So I'm not.
Hang on a minute.
Really know.
Hang on a minute. Does this mean that you can have the sound of a John Cooper's works instead? This is this could be fun. You could have a V12. Serious? Why are they serious?
Oh, there'll be serious options.
Limber up. Limber up. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Car Lube TV.
You're right.
Okay, yeah. Your car's low. Hello and welcome to a new episode of Car Lube TV. In this video, guys, we've got my brother. So you've brought your M240i to come and see me today, and we're going to do some coding. Do you know what that is?
I do. It's had some already, but a couple of things I didn't really like that were changed, like the alarm.
Okay, is it with Carly you've had that done in the past?
It was. Yeah.
The app is always updating, so there might be new options now.
Yeah,
if there's anything that you had,
there was actually some stuff that he couldn't find the way into last time, so maybe we'll see this time.
Okay, all right, well, we'll have a look. So for you guys watching, the options we're going to have a look at that are available for this car might be available for other models of cars as well. 1 Series, 2 Series, diesels, whatever the case may be. So it might be relevant. So I'm going to look at the options now and then show you what we can do. And then give you some demonstrations, I suppose, of things that we've managed to change. Here we have the dongle, and that's what we're going to stick into the OBD port. Spencer, would you like to do the honours there? Yeah. Okay, lights are on, so it looks like it's in there. Just got that flashing away there. Can we have some ignition? Okay, get the Carly app up. Ignition is on. And here we go. So we've already found the correct one, the correct car for you. So we've already loaded that up. So we're going to just connect that up now. Press connect. And that's connecting and making sure it's the right one for you. The right car. So now, would you be interested in, first of all, seeing if there's any faults on your car?
There will almost certainly be some faults.
Yeah, there always is.
Yeah.
There always is. So it's just generating insights at the moment.
It was just serviced a couple of days ago and they did a load as well. Yeah.
I'm more interested, and most people are most interested in the things you can configure. Okay, so we're now connected to the car. I'm going to run a diagnostics first. So check for any issues. Now this can take a little bit of time just to read the different ECUs. Just having a low battery or not using your car very often can cause so many phantom issues that are not actually issues. So here we go. It's got a show the results now. So we're going to show the results. It's fairly serious. 6 issues with electronics. Air conditioning. My God. So what we're going to do first of all is, shall I just clear the issues?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to. So with Carly, you can clear the issues, and then if they're soft things, it will then they won't reappear. Oh, okay. So it's cleared the issues. I'm pretty sure there's nothing majorly wrong with your car because it has just been serviced and it has just been into a dealership. So we've cleared all of those off, and we will run the test again.
Much faster when there's not that much to find.
Yeah, that was inordinately long. It's done. 1 issue with the engine. Let's have a look at the issue with the engine. Last occurred at, ignore the fact that it says 127,000 kilometres. Yeah. I don't know what that is all about. So we've got a code here. Let's just have a look and see what it's suggesting is the issue. Persistent seatbelt airbag code. That's not engine related, is it?
Not really.
All right, we're not worried about the damage. We're not worried about that. Let's go back into the app. Let's do the fun stuff now. We're going to now go to the configuration, discover your car. That's not the one. Diagnostics, coding. Okay, coding. Check possibilities. So this might take a couple of moments to do, and again, I'll speed it up. Number of ECUs, 9. Okay, don't show again. All right, so the first one we're going to go into is the combi. This is the dashboard, heads-up display, instrument cluster, etc. So let's read that out. So what it will do is it backs it up, first of all. So it's backed up to the app so that if you were to change something you didn't like, you can get it back.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's go through this. Digital speedometer is on. Have you got that in there?
Yeah, it's only very tiny. It comes with from the bottom, but I never really use that.
Blank informations. Don't know what that is. Boot up logo, M performance. Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Cruise control speed display, 5 seconds. Not sure what that is.
That's when you set a speed, it comes up on green in the centre of the dash, and it stays there. That speed you selected for 5 seconds, and then it goes back to the time or the mileage or whatever you've got down there. I put it on miles per gallon usually.
All right, lovely. GPS time correction, threshold for low range warning 30 miles. So when it starts telling you you're low on fuel, it's at 30 miles. Is that what you want?
Yeah, that's all fine. No reason to change that.
Threshold for fuel reserve warning 50 miles. Yeah.
It never gets that low anyway.
Temperature warning off. You've got no temperature displays, have you? You should have a warning switched on. Tyre pressure monitoring on. Stop start notification in dashboard on. Gear shift indicator and suggestion on. Let me just see what the options are for that one. It's only on or off, and it's giving a suggestion there. We're not going to change that anyway. Gear shift indicator in sport on. Gear shift indicator.
What's this one? What's the what's number 2 of 3 that's off?
That one there.
Yeah. What was it?
Only change gear with gear indicator since game.
Because I wonder if it will be suggesting. Oh, it's suggesting a gear. It's suggesting a gear, right? It already does it anyway. I don't know why it says off.
Okay. I've got a funny feeling I might have flicked that to off when I scrolled it down.
Oh, did you?
Yeah, I may well have. Okay. Reverse gear gong. I like that actually. So it does a gong when you put it into reverse. My car does that.
I'm sure it does that.
Does
it says off there, but I'm sure it.
Okay.
I could be wrong.
We can check these things, and we can then have a look and just change individual things if you want. Sport display unit in torque, Newton meters.
I've already changed that in the iDrive. It's in horsepower and foot-pounds.
Okay. I'm not changing anything there. Color of navigation graphics, orange, instruments, grey. There's quite a lot of changes here that can be made. Now, have you got heads-up display?
No.
Okay, so that's the hood. That's obviously showing cruise control in heads-up display. So these are all hood things now. All right, so we're not changing anything there because there's nothing to change, but they are the options that we currently have in the Combi ECU. Let's go to the next one. So this one, the FEM, is the lights, mirrors, engine stop-start, seating, windscreen wipers, etc. Now, you weren't sure if your headlight washers were working, were you? And this will
I've never seen them do anything, anyway. I wouldn't want them to do anything.
No.
But it might have been turned off at some point, anyway.
Stop-start automatic memory. Now, that is interesting. I wonder if that is to turn off stop-start and then remember it. It's off at the moment. Setting for stop-start automatic is saved. This way, the manual setting for stop-start automatic. Deactivating stop-start on your car can increase the lifetime of the battery. I don't know if that. How do you read that? So that option is currently off, but stop-start automatic default is on. We're not going to change any of that, but just for the people watching, do you think this option here is to turn off the stop-start from cutting in?
It looks like it. What it was saying up in there, it will save your battery and starter over long-term use.
So we can't easily check. You can't easily test this, can we? Because but For people looking at this app, I think that option there is to turn off the stop-start so that you wouldn't need to keep pressing the button every time you get in the car.
Yeah, I mean, mine is off from the remap. It was switched off anyway.
And yours is already switched off?
It is switched off, yeah.
All right,
It never activates.
Start engine without clutch. Well, you do that every time, don't you?
Yeah.
Because you've got automatics. The one-touch function for the indicators is on 3 at the moment. I tend to leave that on 5. I have that on 5 because I like that extra flash, but you're happy with 3. Okay, optical confirmation when unlocking the car. It's on 2 at the moment. Let's see what that value means. Is that flashing the lights twice? Does the lights flash when you unlock it?
Yeah, and the headlights illuminate. Well, the angels illuminate.
Okay, we'll leave it as it is, but I don't know if that's something you can change. Daytime running lights, A or O. What does A or 1 mean? Position for the light switch where the daytime running light function is activated. Oh, okay. So
automatic or off.
Yeah, automatic or off. Yeah, okay. All right. That's already fine. That doesn't need to be changed. US side markers. Now, everybody asks about these ones in my other videos. Does it do this? Now, US side markers, if you turn that on, it's currently on off. If you turn that on, it will mean that your indicators are always on.
Yeah.
Now, you're not a big fan of that any more than me, are you?
No.
And then you can seem to turn the brightness up and down on that as well. Good. Lots of US side marker brightness things. So Angel Eyes brighten for daytime running light. You've got yours on very high. Now, you can have them lower than that, but this one will give you the brightest setting for the LEDs.
That is one of the things that we changed last time. Yeah.
I'd do that as well. So continue window action when door is open. I don't know why you got that switched off. Now, if you're getting out of your car and you've got it on the auto going up or down, when you open your door, it will stop.
Yeah, I know. When I walk up to the car and hold on the key for the windows to go down, I have to wait till they're down before I can open the door, otherwise they stop because it's switched off.
Would you like that switched on?
I think so. Actually.
I would have that switched on. So we found something that we do want. So continue window action on. Okay. Welcome home lights on, yes. Welcome home lights only when dark, off. So that's interesting.
All times. Yeah.
It does it at the moment. Does it all the times. Whereas my one on my car, I have it when it's. I don't have the option to change it, but it's only when it's dark that they would come on. So welcome home lights again. That's the position of your switch. Welcome home duration 20 seconds. I tend to have mine on for 30. Obviously, whatever you want, 30, 20, or 40. It's not important things to change, but you can change that duration. Welcome home lights, standing lights, front right. Oh, okay. So this is where you're using your indicators as your welcome home lights. Welcome home lights on the DRL. Is it on your headlights at the moment?
What is the welcome home light then? Because when I unlock the car, the DRLs illuminate.
Yeah. We're not going to. So there's some different bits that you could dig into if your car's not doing what you want it to do. However, this is already doing what it wants. These are all switched off at the moment, which is quite peculiar. Okay, welcome home lights turn right mid. Lots of things for welcome home lights. Let's get away from welcome home lights now. Interior lighting when unlocking on for 20 seconds. Again, you can increase that. Interior lighting when locking 8 seconds. So that means it will stay on for 8 seconds when you lock the car. Brightness of interior lights after unlock is low. There's options there for very high. Not worth changing unless I suppose you've changed the bulbs for LED lights. Extend follow me home lights, that's already on. Ambient lighting brightness, that's for your in the car. So you've got it at the moment. Home brightness, again, there's different options there.
If it's the same brightness as the Speedo, presumably you can change that with the roller to change the brightness of the cluster.
Yeah, some things can be changed within the car's options. Some things won't be able to. So auto unfold mirrors. Okay, so this is actually quite low. You want that lower than that. So if your mirrors were folded, they're not going to be. But if they were folded and you drove away at 25 mile an hour, they would unfold.
You can fold them on the button as well as on the key, obviously. But
the word there is auto. I don't think you'd want them folded. If you'd accidentally, someone manually folded them and they haven't unfolded, You would want that at lower speed than 25. I'd say 12. Okay, right, okay, it doesn't like that because we've already got something in combination with that. That's probably why it's set at that. Okay. Mirror tilt on. Mirror tilt 2 on. Tilt mirror on reverse on. Mirror tilt while reversing. Very weak. Very weak. I don't know what very weak. Maximum speed for mirror folding is 12 miles an hour. That's probably why it conflicts with the first one I was just about to change. Comfort open sunroof. We can't open the sunroof. We've got no sunroof.
Can opener.
Comfort open windows. Now, have you got comfort access on this car?
I don't think so. I think isn't there like supposed to be a pad on the door handle if you have comfort? I've never really looked into it that much. I don't think it does.
Okay, so comfort close windows simultaneously. Again, these are all things that I would probably, if it would be my car, I might experiment with certain things here, just to see what they do. I drive off when door open. Why? There's so many options here though. Seat heater temperature. This is where you can change things, make it better than my car. There's lots of options for this car. There really is, guys. You'll see on the screen all the things we're scrolling through because they're fog lights when high beams. Have you even got fog lights?
No, there's an oil cooler there.
Yeah. Oh, come out of that. Brake force display, minimum speed. So this is your flashing brake light?
I guess for an emergency stop, they would be flashing, wouldn't they?
So if you were doing more than 31 mile an hour when it did it, it would then activate that. Threshold for water fluid, very high. Again, a number of wipes per screen when you're doing screen cleaning, 3 sweeps. We're getting into the area now where it might talk about the washer jets for your headlights. Reduce wiper speed. There's so many options here. So if you were doing 130 mile an hour, it would reduce so that it didn't damage the wipers. I don't know. Wipe delay after windscreen cleaning, yes. Intervals, standstill. Did you know it did all these things?
No.
And a lot of these things are switched off because one, you haven't got the option or the actual option ticked on your car, so you wouldn't be able to do things. Number of splashes of the headlight. Here we go. Headlight cleaning is on. Are you sure it's never done it?
Obviously I'm driving, so I can't see it happening, but I've never seen sort of washer fluid that's come around the headlights. I've never noticed that.
I think you would notice it because it goes meh, meh. You probably hear the motor going. So it might be broken, but it is switched on at the moment. And a number of splashes of the headlight, length of splashes, delay between splashes. So these now are talking about headlights. So you can turn off, if you were to put in things like LED bulbs and it put up a error on the dashboard, this is where you would start turning those things off. So low beams. It's going to not monitor that circuit if you don't want it to. But we're not going to obviously change any of these because you've got the standard bulbs in there. Good job it doesn't put up a warning for no fog lights when you don't have any fog lights. So these are going through all the different bulbs around the car and whether or not you want things. Now, we did change one thing, didn't we? Can you remember what that was we changed?
The windows continuing to move when you open a door.
So what we're going to do now is, that's the only thing we're going to do. We're going to code it. We're agreeing to that. This is now going to change something on the car. And I do expect, is the ignition still on? Don't change anything just yet.
It seems it must be because it says on the bottom of the screen there.
Okay.
And also this is lit up.
Normally you'll get a bong when it's done its bit. Okay, that's successful. Let's come out of that ECU now and let's go to the next one down, the third one. Now this is rear lights, parking distance control and cameras. Again, I don't know what that's going to consist of. This is now talking about PDC, so parking distance control. So this is your parking sensors. So these are going to be options for when it engages and when it automatically disengages. So different speeds for different things. And then we've got daytime running lights for the rear as well, I think. So it's now talking about daytime running lights, inner tail. Now, this is not necessarily normal to have the rear lights on. This is interesting, actually, and I'm not going to change anything unless you want me to do so. but this could mean that your rear lights will be on all the time, where inherently the daytime running lights are just on the front.
Yeah.
This is talking about the rear, isn't it?
Yeah.
And the different sections of the rear.
Yeah, I wouldn't personally see any reason to do that.
So again, it's talking about the welcome home lights again in the DRLs. So many options here. Welcome home light with the rear fog lights. You can literally
there's so many things on it. Like, why would you change that?
I don't know.
There's tons of stuff
like I
on
said, if it was my car, you might change one thing at a time and then go, oh, that's good. I like that. But there's just so, and then again, it's talking about the voltage monitoring system for whether or not you're changing bulbs. You can change everything on this car. I could only dream of options like this on the Scirocco. I mean, guys, you can see the things I'm scrolling through on the screen there. There's nothing that we need to change there. Let's go into the next one. So this is the next ECU. Okay, back up. Okay, so this is the iDrive settings. So we've got a logo in. Oh gosh, I've got a logo in there. Start animation. You've got that already. Warning and menu sounds. Have you got CarPlay on this?
No, I don't think so.
You have. Audio source. Why has it got iPhone on there? Maybe a previous owner had an iPhone?
I don't know.
Bang Olufsen. Have you got Bang Olufsen? You've got Harman Kardon, haven't you? No,
Yeah.
Okay, all right. So that's not that one. So these are fairly generic ones then in that case. Highway junction images in hood. You haven't got hood. Oh. No, come out of there. Speedo on zoom. Where is your Speedo in digital? Okay, that's quite small then.
Yeah, I don't use it. I know I said I'd keep it on.
Use telephone ringtone. That's switched off at the moment, so that would be where you'd use your phone's ringtone would play through the speakers. Siri eyes free button. You haven't got no Siri turn off. Thank you. M Dynamics on. Sport mode configuration in the iDrive on. You can do that all in the iDrive.
Yeah.
Tire pressure menu on. Tire pressure menu on the iDrive. Yeah. Tire pressure. So these are all going to be iDrive things, aren't they? Range of map off. Route previews. These are all things that you could presumably do in your iDrive. So there's nothing of real interest in there, but that does give you an insight into what's in there.
There's tons of options in the iDrive, all of that stuff. I think.
So ECM mode. This is going to be eco modes. Do you ever drive it economy?
No, I mean, I absolutely hate the economy mode.
Start in eco is off. So
because it starts in comfort.
It starts in comfort. Yeah. So start in configurable iDrive on. Yeah. So these are going to be things. It might be that you want to drive in a more economy way, and you want it to be in economy every time. So that's something that's switched off at the moment.
When I first got it, I was using eco mode to drive to work and back, but it's so annoying because it would disengage the gearbox when you're coasting, and that uses more fuel because it then has to idle. I don't understand why you do that. And then when you get to a junction, it's slower to engage gears because it's disengaged it. So I want to move off. Now there's a lag, so I just use comfort when I'm just driving around.
Okay, so FZD. Audible confirmation after complete closing. Confirmation after doing. I mean, you guys, you can see these things that are on here. Audible confirmation length. This car is so configurable. As you can see, a lot of these things are alarm with dimmed headlights. So that means when the alarm's going off, the headlights, so pulsing, whatever. Audible confirmation on lock-in. So you've got an audible confirmation when you lock the car. Yeah. Do you want that?
Is there a volume option on it at all? There doesn't seem to be. It's just on or off.
So when you lock in the car and unlock in the car,
go into it.
It is on or off.
It's on or off. Do you know what? Because I leave really early in the morning, having it off would probably be better, or at least on the unlocking. Off,
unlocking
and then locking, have it on because I don't get home in the morning.
Okay, so let's turn that one off and code that one, and hopefully that means that we can check that as well. Okay, so let's code that one. That was the one you mentioned earlier on that you would like to do, isn't it?
Yeah.
That has been successful. Let's come out of that one there now. Let's go into ASD. Let's see what that one is. We're coming to the end of these ECUs now. Okay, so active sound design mode. Oh, have you got engine sounds pumped into your car when you're driving?
Apparently so, but I can't really be sure because the car itself is loud enough. So I'm not.
Hang on
I
a
don't
minute.
really know.
Hang on a minute. Does this mean that you can have the sound of a John Cooper's Works instead? this is this could be fun. You could have a V12 or a Supra.
It would sound
the same.
it would sound so rubbish.
Okay, guys,
so
this is quite funny, but actually, the current value, we don't know what that is. It's probably set to whatever the car is, but by this definition, you could have a V8 M5 M6 sound coming in. That's something you could play with, isn't it?
I would, if I had the Carly myself, I would change that and play with it. But
Like
not,
I said,
but not if
yeah.
I'm leaving you. I'd want it left as it is because do you know what?
John,
Mike, who went in this before, his boss had a 435D and he changed it to the M4 and he said you've got to change it back. I'm driving everywhere like an idiot.
So this is on very loud at the moment. So if you have got this option, which you think you have, it's on very loud.
Just change it down to rather loud, yeah. Especially if I'm going to change the induction, I kind of want to hear the real stuff rather than the fake stuff.
Hang on a sec. For safety reasons, increase the battery's voltage can be.
Let's start the car.
Yeah, start the engine
Pop
on.
the foot on.
Just switched the engine on there because it was actually running a little bit low. We've been sitting here for half an hour, 45 minutes now, haven't we?
I think it's more than that. Well, it says 40 minutes on there.
40 minutes, yeah. I'm just going to give you a little blip. Oh. This is a good sounding car.
Pop your head out. Pop your head out while it. The thing is, well, actually, you already heard that because you were stood there, but I never hear that.
What don't you hear?
I never hear it because I'm driving it. I never hear. I'm just going to pop out and have a little listen to a little blip.
We're going to do a bit of exhaust appreciation now. Okay, that's coded.
That's with the valve shut as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
That is all of the. Oh, we got heater and controls as well.
Now the valve's open. Give it another little go.
It's on soft limiter, mate. Okay, so this last option, last ECU here now is about safe circulation settings. I don't know what these are. Compressor, air conditioning options. Again, there's nothing there that we need to change. You can see on the screen, guys, that's what we have. All right, that's all the options. We've cleared all those 50 odd codes that we had for issues you had, so there's nothing there anymore. And just to be sure, that's not your mileage, 127.
Well, no, it's 79,000 miles, so that would be what that is in kilometres.
Oh, okay, all right, I stand corrected. Let's disconnect from there.
Ah, I just did that. You see, I opened the door while it was going up. It still worked.
So one of the changes we did was to make sure the window goes up even when the door is closing. So do you want to test that, Spencer? See if that's doing it automatically. There we go. It continues to go up. Now, we said before that the reason that people might not like that is if you're parking quite close to a wall, when you open the door, that effectively might hit the wall if it's going up and you're not quick enough on it. I know it seems weird because actually the door looks like it comes out further, but that's the reason why, I think.
Could be an overhang or something, couldn't it?
And also, we when you unlock it, so lock it, that should have audible for the locking, because we didn't change that. There you go. But when you unlock it, that now shouldn't make a noise. So let it go to... There we go.
That'll be a bit quieter in the morning.
Yeah. Spencer goes to work inordinately early in the morning, and if his exhaust isn't off, then perhaps that might. Okay, guys, so that's the end of the video. I hope that was helpful for you. If you've got any questions regarding things that maybe are added since this video has been uploaded, ask the questions and I'll do my best. Other than that, thanks to Spencer for joining me in the video. don't think you were even in that shot.
Just a hand.